I believe we're live now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this live stream here from my new studio. And my name is Anthony Garcia. Thank you for watching. So just to start off, the only option I've been reminded over the past hour that I've been setting up this audio why I stopped doing live streams. And it's just been kind of a little tough getting the audio set up to perform. So the only way that this is going to work is if I just perform through a live microphone the way I'm doing instead of running direct into the board. But I think what we're going to start off with is just talking to people and just showing some photos of some befores and afters of what of the evolution of the studio. And thank y'all for spending your Friday evening with me here, playing some music. I guess let's just see here. Thank y'all for showing up. I'm seeing some familiar names in the chat. But I might just actually, whether or not it sounds good, I think I'm just going to play some guitar just to start something off because I just need to play some music real quick. And I'm just going to play. And we're going to kind of go from there. So thank y'all for hanging out. I'm going to play a song. All right. I feel better about playing music, but I don't know how good that sounded, but it doesn't matter. It does matter. But let's see here. How was it? Hey, Larry and Donna are here. My friends from New Braunfels, from Green, Texas, are watching. Hey, good to see y'all. Let me know how it sounds. Thanks for doing this. Happy listener from Alberta, Canada. Awesome. I'm glad y'all are here. You know, this is so funny because this is like I'm showing you my new studio and I can't even get the audio right. It's almost April Fool's, so this is sort of like my early April Fool's joke to everyone. Um, but yeah, thank y'all for being here. And that was one of my songs called Los Andes. Um, I don't know if anybody can hear me or how it sounds. Robert Lowry says it sounds good. Really? Okay, cool. I'm glad it sounds good. Does it really? Somebody's from the Netherlands. Awesome. Aloha from Lahaina. Really? Hey, Eric. Cool, cool. I'm glad it's sounding good. That makes me feel better. I thought it was it was a mini disaster starting this. And I gotta tell, gotta thank my producer. My producer is here, world-renowned StreamYard producer, who's producing this show right now. We actually have a multi-camera shot going on right now, and she's gonna remain anonymous. I'm not gonna say what her name is, but her name's Carrie Smith, and she's my wife, and she's doing the audio. So thanks, Carrie, for doing that. She's doing the video, and she's running all the StreamYard stuff. And anyways, so I'm glad that it's sounding good. Really, I am. That's a very big relief. So there's a couple of things I'm going to talk about tonight. I'm going to play one more song before we get into some of the things. Got some new merch going on. Got some shows coming up, we just got the studio done pretty much for the most part, and it's about 85% done. And there's a chupacabra in this room with me right now, and I don't know. I hope I make it out of this evening alive. But I'm gonna play y'all. I'm gonna sing y'all a song, and this is one of my songs off of my album. But I'm really glad y'all are here listening and everything. And here we go. Wanderer, you bring a poem to sing. On the coattails of your dreams we hold on to see, but there's no point, she said, as she brushed off the dust from his coat. She held the truth in her throat. She looked into his eyes, one last goodbye. Wanderer, you've been here time and time again, standing on the front porch with your back to the door, your suitcase in hand with no plan in your mind. Something's different this time. She's the diamond the merchants won't sell. She's the star in the night sky that never fell to the earth. She's an undying light. She makes your spirit take flight. Don't try to fight her when fate takes your hand. Don't try to fight her when fate takes your hand. That shines brighter, that shines brighter. She's the diamond the merchants won't sell. She's the star in the night sky that never fell to the earth. She's an undying light. She makes your spirit take flight. Don't try to fight her when fate takes your hand. Don't try to fight her when fate takes your hand. Don't try to fight her when fate takes your hand. Ooh, don't try to fight her when fate takes your hand. This shines brighter, this shines brighter, this shines brighter. All right, that was a song called The Wanderer. So I want to let y'all know of some shows I got coming up. March 1st, I'll be in Houston and be playing at this place called the Mucky Duck, which is right downtown Houston. So if y'all are in Houston area, if y'all know people in the Houston area, let them know. And what else? There's another one coming up. I can't remember what it is. Besides that, if anybody's up in Colorado, my band and I will be heading up at the end of August. We're playing a festival up that way, and playing the Headwaters Music Festival in Creede, Colorado on August 24th. Claps. This, hey y'all, how's it going, man? Claps, awesome, thank you very much. I'm gonna do, thanks, Robert. Well, so I guess I'll just talk a little bit about the studio itself. I believe that Carrie has some photos there. I wanted to show y'all a before photo. This is kind of the current state right now that it's in. Maybe a little bit better than this, but if you can show one of the photos from like the very, very beginning, like the when it used to have the yeah, like this. So this was a washroom. This was originally the washroom in the house. So there was this house was built in 1914, and there were parents. So there's a man and a woman, and they had 3 daughters, and the 3 daughters lived upstairs. There's 2 stories here. The 3 daughters lived upstairs, and the parents lived in what is now Carrie's studio, which is next door to this studio. And that was their master bedroom. And this room that I'm currently in was the washroom. And you can see, imagine if you're looking at that photo that's on the screen, I'm currently sitting in the lower right-hand corner, or the farther right-hand corner past where the bathtub is. And so there was a bathtub, there was a sink, and there was a toilet in here. And the fabric that's on the walls is just some thick fabric. When underneath the fabric is cotton, or there was cotton there. And on top of the fabric, there's a painting there of the pianist Bill Evans, and that's a painting that I did. I haven't finished it yet, but Bill Evans is one of my favorite jazz piano players. I safely removed the painting and put it in another room, and then I proceeded to tear down all of this fabric that was on the wall. And the reason there was fabric was because they were keeping they were trying to keep the wood underneath the fabric from getting moldy because of all the moisture that was in the room with washing. There were old wash, I guess wash tubs or antique wash buckets, I guess, machines of some kind. And so there was a lot of humidity and a lot of hydration in here. So came in and ripped everything out, and proceeded to redo the floors. So I sanded the floors, finished the floors, and yeah, check it out, man. So that's when we first moved into this house, and I kind of had my little studio kind of set up here, just sort of a temporary studio. This photo was taken probably about 3 years ago when we first kind of moved in, maybe 2 years ago. I'm sorry, and yeah, so the floors were brown. They were longleaf pine, and I came in and sanded them and finished them. And this photo that's on the screen right now is probably a photo from about maybe a year and 2 months ago. And as you can see, the floors are sanded. I've also found some USG sound panels. I didn't find them. Our general contractor found them, and he got them for a really cheap rate. And so they're like half an inch thick, and they're kind of like a sound absorbing panel. They don't completely cancel the sound, but they absorb it a little bit. And we sheetrocked over the wood that's there. And we put something under the sheetrock that's called a resilient channel. And what a resilient channel is it's basically a long bracket that goes vertically along the wall, and we spaced them out. The length from the floor to the ceiling is like a bracket, and the bracket keeps the sheetrock about 3/4 of an inch away from the wood, and we space those all around the walls, all around the studio, 24 inches apart. And then we attach the sheetrock to that, and that's to create a sound barrier between the wood and the sheetrock. Then we put this sand paneling on top of the sheetrock, and since then I've soundproofed the doors, and I've put some other, as you can see behind me, some eggshell kind of egg crate stuff, and it just sounds really good in here. I've also put some around. I'll take the camera around here in a second and show y'all, but and then there's my trusty little IKEA bookshelf, and But anyways, I guess that is kind of that side of it. Are there any other pictures? Uh, yeah, that was mid. Um, yeah, that was before. Yeah. Anyways, you can kind of get an idea. This was before we even put any of the sheetrock down. This was kind of like right at the sanding stage, and as you can see, there's that beautiful longleaf pine underneath. This longleaf pine is around the entire house. So don't, before you get all judgy and say like, why would you put sheetrock over this beautiful wood? Well, let me tell you, your judgment is hasty. You're being hasty with your judgment because this stuff is everywhere, and we didn't damage it, so we can at any point I can take this sheetrock down, and it'll still be there, and it will be in probably in better condition than it was before we sheetrocked over it. Um, but it's very beautiful wood all around the house, and this is when I discovered for the first time that dog is for sale. By the way, 25 cents tonight. We're auctioning him off. 25 cents. Look at him. He wasn't even helping me. He just kind of watched. He sort of watched me. He laughed at me. He laughed at me a little bit.
I'm gonna have to butt in if you try to sell my dog. I'm gonna have to come from behind the camera.
Hey.
Hey.
Are you on the screen?
Yeah, I'm on the screen now. You can't see the screen, can you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm realizing that because I was putting some comments up. I don't know if you noticed, Robert Lowry's here, who you did notice. Adam Krigler's here, the Krigler Show.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah,
he was.
Right. I see that now. I see his comment.
And Delfina, and anyway, Tiger's not for sale. I just want to clarify that. I'll get back behind the screen. Okay, bye.
Well, even if we were to sell him, we wouldn't have to deliver him, and we would pocket 25 cents. So, but yeah, that's there, and maybe we'll show a couple more pictures a little bit later on. But I'm gonna play another song real quick, and this time I'm gonna play some piano along with. I'm gonna play a couple of songs that have to do with guitar and piano, and then we do have some merch. You know what? I got some new hats going on, and I'm very excited about that. So before I play this next song, I want to show y'all and tell you about these hats, and I'm going to give a couple of these away tonight. One I'm going to give away is like a trucker style hat, and the other one is like kind of a normal 6-panel mesh in the back hat, and then a front. Let me just show them to you real quick. They're right over on the other side of this microphone. So I'm going to hold these up to the camera, and if you can see them, great. So this hat here is I kind of designed, or I'm just going to say that I did design this patch, and Texas has been in the news lately. You might have noticed, and what a better way than to show your Texas pride by getting one of these hats. I'm going to be doing a pre-order tonight, and I'm going to start a pre-order soon. And if you're not one of the lucky ones to get one of these hats tonight, then you can pre-order that and get your color. They're all one size. So you're going to have a Texas with a star in the middle. And at the very, very bottom, you're going to see my handle, Anthony Music. In the back is a mesh hat. So yeah, it is a one size fits all. This is a navy, I believe this is a navy blue hat. I can't tell right now, but this is a navy blue hat. And I'm going to show you the other hat that I'm giving away. It's a trucker hat. And this is more of a boxy trucker style hat. Same patch, same everything, but it's a flat bill. It's 5 panels and it's mesh in the back. And I'm not exactly sure how we're going to give these away, but if you stick around, you'll find out. And we'll probably do some sort of a drawing, or I'm not exactly sure at this point, but we'll kind of think about that. But I'm going to play a couple more songs, and then we'll kind of maybe get to that. That'll be the next portion of our deal here. This next song I'm going to play is going to be a song that I wrote, and it's called Haunted Hotels. And I'm going to take these headphones off so I don't. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Thank y'all again for listening and being here.
Your enemies. In an empty desert town, the people gather round near the wishing well. So darling, listen well to pianos play themselves in haunted hotels. Dance through walls to the music in the halls, the light of the moon. They can't see, it's only you and me, haunting the room. In an empty desert town, the people slowly drown in the wishing well. So darling, listen well to pianos play themselves in haunted hotels.
That was Haunted Hotels. And I don't know if y'all could tell, but I forgot to put the capo on in the beginning of that song. And I had to use a capo. But yeah, that's one of my songs called Haunted Hotels. Thank you, Robert. Thank you very much, y'all. Thank you, Delfina. Thank you, Clayton. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Therese. I'm so glad y'all are here. We're small but mighty. We're small but mighty force, and I think, you know, before we started this, I was pretty stressed, and I didn't know if this was even going to happen because of the sound and everything that was going on. And I was also saying to myself, I'm never going to do one of these ever again. But this is actually kind of cool. So I might do this again at some point. Probably will do this again at some point if y'all are enjoying it. And I'm going to do one more song, and then we're going to try and devise a way to maybe give away some hats, a couple of hats. So if y'all are interested, if y'all are into hats. Maybe we'll do it like a drawing or something. I'm not really sure. Carrie, if you have any great ideas, let me know. And I'd like to thank Carrie. Carrie puts up with me, and she really has been doing a great job with all of this. So thank you, Carrie. I'm going to play a song from my guitar album. I have a solo guitar album that I did right here in this room, right almost where I'm sitting. And I did it over this summer or before the summer in the spring. And it was before I even completed this studio. But anyways, I'm going to play this song for y'all. And this is the first track off of my guitar album. And this is the track called Delfina, which was named, the song was named after my great aunt on my grandmother's side. I'm sorry, my great aunt on my mother's side. So the sister of my grandmother on my mother's side. Anyways, this is a song that I wrote, and it's called Delfina. hope it sounded all right. Well, I love a rainy night. I'm so glad y'all are here. Let's see here. I think maybe we should do some sort of a raffle or some kind. We could do like let's say if we go back up, whoever left, we could do something like whoever left the 10th comment maybe gets the first hat. What is that? How does that sound? What do you think about that, Carrie?
Yeah, you could do that, or you could do some music trivia.
Okay, maybe that's fair.
Something where it's like a game. That way it's not so random.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Okay,
you could ask a question about one of your musical influences or
okay, now I'm gonna have to think.
I've got a bit of music trivia if you want
Okay,
it.
you do it.
Okay. Now, this is according to the internet, which has been wrong on some things before. But the first person to name one of the 3 musicians, there are supposedly only 3 musicians who've been admitted to both the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Country Music Hall of Fame. Oh, damn. Therese, right off the bat, got one of them, Johnny Cash.
Well, Therese is the recipient of a Texas hat.
Woo,
Good job.
Therese.
Therese, let us know which one you would like, the if you want the trucker hat or the other hat.
There's 2 other people. So if you get one of the other 2, you can
Well,
get
okay. Well, I want to hold off and let
hold up.
spread
Hold
those
up.
out till the next little dealio.
Don't listen to me.
Yeah.
By the way, it's good we played trivia, just so you know, because Robert says I was the 10th comment, so I would have gotten the hat.
Carrie's the 10th comment. Man, okay, so this is one of the things we need to iron out. But Therese, good job. Yeah, well, let us know later which one of the hats you want. And if y'all are just joining us, thank y'all for being here. And my name is Anthony Garcia. You may or may not know that, and that's all right. And I'm doing my first live stream from this studio here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera around and try to or just kind of show y'all what's happening here in the studio, and try to continue to be on this microphone. I'm going to grab the camera real quick off the stand. All right, here we are. Can y'all see me? This. So this is my studio, and I'm going to show y'all kind of what's happening here. So that's awesome. Okay, so this is what it looks like now, and I'm very happy with the way it's turned out. I'll tell you a little bit about it as soon as I do a little bit around. But let me just start here. So this is my just 2 days ago we put in these. My friend David, his name's David Garcia, actually, same last name. He is a general contractor. He and I are not related, but we met through music in the Austin scene, and he is a general contractor by trade. So he does a lot of jobs. And when he found out that we bought this house, he was very excited because he loves old stuff and loves projects and loves just art, and he has a good eye for a lot of stuff. Anyways, he came over the other day, and he installed these IKEA lights. I'm not at the point where I'm going to do anything electrical yet because I will die. I know I will. But anyways, put these nice IKEA dimmable lights, put these track lights in, and it's just so much more amazing. And this bookshelf that you see here is an IKEA shelf that I modified to be able to put my records on, my record player. And so that's that. And let me get a close up. Also gonna take this microphone off. So yeah, modified this this IKEA bookshelf to make the parts here wider in the middle, so you can see the right there, the tuner and the record player. And I'm gonna build some more shelves up here on top. So we're kind of trying to use obviously the high ceilings. I put a layer of sound paneling all around the top. So this is 1-inch sound paneling, kind of eggshell style, I guess if you want to call it that. And put that all around the top to do this, to kind of absorb the sound. Sorry for the feedback. This is something that I'm very happy about, is these drum shelves. I have a drum kit. I'm not necessarily a drummer, but I do play drums on some recordings and use it in the studio. And so I built these hanging shelves, as you can see here, and it was pretty cool. I watched the wonders of YouTube. Got some threaded rods, put them through into kind of a threaded nut that goes into the rafter or the beam that goes through the ceiling, and I'm in the middle of staining these, but these will hold a lot of weight. So I have my extra speakers up there, a whole drum kit. And I'm going to modify this. This is just, I kind of threw everything up there just for now. This is my little corner here that is like a vocal booth. I've been using this to record. I actually just did some recording today for a project. And this is a cool little area here that I really enjoy. It's nice and dead here as far as echoing and any kind of reverberation. So it's nice to record voice. And then I built these hanging shelves here. I built these last week, I believe, or a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And these have threaded rods going into the rafters behind, to the studs behind the wall. And they're just kind of hanging, they're floating. So stained them, measured, and drilled, and did everything. And so they're really cool and nice and shiny. They're also a little bit dusty right now, but that's a cool little addition. And I've got my little posters up here. Got some Elvis, got some Hendrix. And I don't know if you know, but Hendrix did not die accidentally or by an overdose. I believe it was we're going to get conspiratorial now, but Jimi Hendrix was killed. I'm sorry, guys. He was murdered. There's Beethoven, and there's Bill Evans back there, my favorite pianist. Of course, you got Willie Nelson and the Beatles. And yeah, and you've got some Mozart going on back over there. And of course, Townes Van Zandt poster. And so yeah, that's how the studio looks right now. I'm going to put this microphone back. Anyways, you're all still there? You can keep it on that camera. It's kind of cool, or you can leave it there. But anyways, yeah, I'm under the rafters. But yeah, tinfoil hat activated. Hendrix agreed. You know, it's really crazy. I've been there is a you won't get banned for talking about Jimi Hendrix, and that's forever ago. So I'm going to just say that I'm actually reading his biography right now. I'm about to be done with it. And before that, probably about 1 or 2 years ago on Amazon, there's like a documentary called The Last 24 Hours of Jimi Hendrix. And, you know, it's if y'all are into like true crime or anything like that, it's right up your alley, because it's all about, you know, the last person he was alive with, and the person that he spent his last 24 hours with, and his greedy manager, who was very shady, who I agree was very shady, not a good person, trying to even make as much money as he possibly could off of Jimi Hendrix after he was dead, and screwed Jimi Hendrix's father, who was the inheritor of Jimi Hendrix's estate after Jimi Hendrix passed away. Really was just haggling with him about how much money how much the father was going to get, and also was paying off some other contracts with like hot checks and stuff like that. And the manager, this is the last thing I'm going to say. I'm not going to go too long on this, but the manager ended up, he had just gotten Jimi Hendrix to agree to, I believe that he agreed to this, but either way he tried, or he did take out an insurance policy on his life, a life insurance policy on Jimi Hendrix, because Jimi Hendrix's management contract with this manager, whose name was Michael Jeffries, it was about to expire, and Hendrix was very unhappy with the guy. He didn't like this guy. The guy was a shyster. Jimi Hendrix didn't like him. He didn't like him meddling in his art. And he just hated him. He wanted him out of his life. And there was a lot going on in the books that would have been exposed had the manager been ousted and new management had come in. So there's a lot of probable cause there with the manager, Michael Jeffries. So he did take out an insurance policy on Jimi Hendrix. It's some sort of a when you're in a partnership, 50-50 partnership with someone, you take a life insurance policy out, take an insurance policy out on each other, so that if one is to pass away, the other partner gets like $1 million to buy out the other share. And that's the policy that was taken out mysteriously just before Jimi Hendrix died. And also in 1972, 2 years after Jimi Hendrix died, this same manager mysteriously died in a plane crash, and his body was never found. Also in 1972, his Michael Jeffrey, the manager's contract with the Jimi Hendrix estate was going to expire. So all of that happened at the same time. It's really interesting topic that very sad. It's very sad. But these rock stars, these guys that partied a lot, like Brian Jones from the Rolling Stones and Hendrix, these guys were very easy targets. These guys were easy targets to get rid of because, for whatever reason, because they were partiers. And he's just like some drug. Yeah, Brian Jones. There's also a really incredible documentary about Brian Jones, and I also believe that he did not just drown because he was wasted. Jim Morrison and his death next week? Not sure about that. Maybe, yeah, I guess so. I don't know about Jim Morrison. I think that guy he just partied, man. But when you record, will you use your keyboard or your real piano? I'll probably use the real piano. I am actually going to do a piano album soon, relatively soon. I've got the pieces kind of written on my phone. I've got them on that little voice memo. Yeah, I plan on using my actual piano, which is in our music parlor room. But thank y'all for listening. It looks like it's already been an hour almost, and I'm gonna probably play one more song, or I am gonna play one more song, and then I'm gonna give away another hat. So, Carrie, if you want to come up with a great music trivia question, then that would be pretty awesome. And this is kind of a ballad, and it's a little bit haunting of a ballad. I like to write songs like that for some reason. I don't intentionally do it; they just kind of come out that way. And this is a song I wrote that I don't know really where it came from or who it's about, but I imagine that it's about a man singing about being haunted by either a person or a memory, and telling that memory to go. It's okay to not be here anymore, because you need to just move on from this place. And this is a song that's on my albums, and it's called Agatha.
Agatha cried on the day the news came down the wire. She laid in a bed that she made, and she gave herself away. Oh, and everything's coming my way. Sometimes at night I can see her standing at the foot of my bed. She sings me a song, and the words go something like there's life outside. Oh, and everything's coming my way. Agatha stood by the stairs, and I spoke like I'd never spoke before. There's too many reasons to live, and not enough reasons to carry your pain around. And then the door opened itself, and a cold wind kissed my face that night. Oh, and everything's coming my way. And everything's coming my way.
All right, that's a song called Agatha. Let's see here. What would be a good next? Thank you very much. The sound is so good in that room. Wow, that's great. I'm glad. I was very nervous about doing the sound, and the way I have it set up tonight is I'm setting up like I play a gig, and I just have one microphone in front of the speaker, because when you do a direct line from the mixing board straight into the sound card or into the preamp that you're running the microphones into, you don't get any of the room sound. And during COVID, when everyone was doing their their live streaming and stuff like that, it's a really dead, very stale and sterile sound. I absolutely hate it. So I was kind of determined to set this way up in a way that you get close to what it sounds live in this room. And I'm glad that that's coming across. It says, nice to see where you create your beautiful music. Thank you very much, Donna. That's very nice. Donna and Larry. I love the storytelling songs. Oh, awesome. That's cool. Well, I'm going to do, should we do a hat giveaway? One more hat giveaway? We can probably give away a couple more hats. Why not? Why not? We have a plethora. We don't have a plethora. We have a murder of hats. We have a couple of hats. So let me get on my producer, Carrie Smith.
Hello. Would you like to do another trivia to give one away?
I think that sounds like a good idea. Let me get my headphones.
Okay.
Okay, my producer Carrie Smith has come on the screen, and she's going to let us know what's the next. What's next?
Okay, so I've got, since you love the Beatles, they're one of your
Okay.
influences. You got a big old Beatles poster in your room there. I was thinking, what about some Beatles trivia? First person to get this right. I wonder if you know this. What was the working title of With a Little Help from My Friends?
Oh, I don't know that.
You don't know that? Okay, let's do a different one. Because if you don't know it, then nobody, because you know a lot of Beatles stuff. I've got a better one.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, it's Badfinger Boogie.
What? Wow, I never knew that. That's gross.
Okay, here we go.
Will do.
This is one people will know. Who was the original drummer for the Beatles?
I do know that one. So let's see if we can kind of get that. Who was the original drummer for the Beatles? I'm losing my touch on this.
Does
Who was
nobody
the
know?
original drummer for the Beatles?
Nobody's saying anything. Animal. I was just about to say Animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
No idea.
We'll do another question.
That's Pete Best. Pete Best was the original drummer for the Beatles. And if I can add one more thing, being a Beatles nerd, there was a drummer. There was a time when the Beatles went on their first world tour, and they stopped in Australia, and they I believe they went over to Asia, but they had a 2-week tour. But Ringo Starr had to get his tonsils removed, or he had some kind of sickness. He couldn't make the tour, but they weren't going to cancel the tour because they would have lost a lot of money. So they had to get somebody to fill in. Well, they got this guy from London, and he's just played in a lot of clubs, and his name was Jimmy Nicol. And Jimmy Nicol became a Beatle. He actually fit into Ringo's suit and shoes, and he played, I believe he either brought his own kit or he played Ringo's kit, but he was a Beatle for 2 weeks. And I just got finished reading, or I'm currently also alternating between Hendrix and this other book, but the book about Jimmy Nicol and his experience with the Beatles is just fascinating, because he went from kind of a session drummer in London to being at the top of the world, and then coming out of that, he had a lot of hubris, and he had a lot of expectations that he put on himself to make it on his own. And the book illustrates the rise and the pitfalls of his career after the Beatles. And I think you can clearly see the path that he should have taken and he shouldn't have taken. But it's a really amazing book, and that's Jimmy Nicol. He's a member that part of the history of the Beatles that you don't really hear much about. So Jimmy Nicol. Okay, what's next?
Well, B. Allen commented in with Pete Best, but we didn't see that in time when Anthony had already told everyone. So here's the last question. Get your trivia finger ready to enter if you want a hat. Here we go. This one's going to be much easier. There's 4 options. Okay. Which Beatle crossed Abbey Road in the famous album cover first? First person to get the answer.
First Beatle to cross Abbey Road. Why did the Beatle cross the road? Okay, somebody says Paul, but is that right?
It's not Paul.
Who was the first Beatle to cross the road?
It's not Paul.
Oh no.
John.
All right, we got a winner. John, he was wearing the white suit. Paul, I believe, was the third, and he didn't have any shoes on, and that's why it further perpetuated the myth that Paul was dead. John Lennon was the priest. Ringo Starr was the pallbearer, and George Harrison was the common man attending the funeral. That is the cover of Abbey Road, and I know more about the Beatles than I care to right at this moment right now. Y'all, we're gonna do I'm gonna do so congratulations to who even got that? I don't even know. Let's see here. Donna got it. I believe Donna got it. Congratulations.
No, Eric Ramos. He's on the screen.
Eric Ramos got it. Eric Ramos.
Ramos.
All the way to Hawaii. I believe said he's in Maui right now. So congratulations. And if you're in Maui, it's like in the middle of the afternoon there. So awesome. Maui is wonderful. I love that place. I'm gonna play a what song am I gonna play? And we'll do one more hat after in a couple of minutes, but I'm gonna play a couple more songs, and then I think we're gonna kind of end the night. And I got to remember where we're playing and all that kind of stuff. I know we have more gigs. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. I should have made a note of that. I'm gonna play a song now that is called "The Wind." This is a song that I wrote when I was living in Lubbock, Texas, which is where I'm from. And there's a lot of wind there. There's a lot of flat lands out there. And this song just came to me. I was a teacher at the time, and I was driving back from my job out of town. So it was like a half-hour drive in a place called Levelland. You can imagine that. That's where the school was. And I was driving back home to Lubbock, which is about a 25-minute drive. And there was just nothing out there. And it was beautiful. This song came to me, and I went home and wrote it and put it down in about 5 minutes and recorded it. So this is a song called "The Wind." I count the wind blowing down your path again. You carried me the long way down. Carry me so far away from here. Like a ghost I'll disappear, appear. I caught the wind dancing by herself again. Whispering the leaves in circles, telling me of places you've seen, bringing messages upon her wings, her wings. Carry me so far away from here. Like a ghost I'll disappear, appear.
caught the wind blowing through your room. That was the wind. Well, I might do one more song unless y'all are getting tired, and I do believe we have probably gonna do one more hat giveaway, and then I'll probably do one more song, and then I guess any questions. I'll do like a hat giveaway, and then some maybe if y'all have any questions, and then I'll play one more song and we'll be done. This has kind of flown by, and I didn't think we were gonna go this long, but thank y'all so much for bearing with me, and thank y'all for listening. And I know there's been some kinks, and I hope you get these worked out so that we can have a better stream next time. And thank y'all for spending your Friday evening. This is nice. You know, I didn't have a gig tonight, so it was kind of nice to have a Friday night to do this. And as my producer has put on the screen, you might see there, that is my band. And we have a show on March 1st at the Monkey Duck in Houston.
and that's my band, and they're amazing. And we did just come up with a new band name. We're called Los Diablos Tejanos. Los Diablos Tejanos, and none of them are, as you can see, Hispanic in any way whatsoever. But they're great, and in fact, my drummer's from England. We've been playing quite a bit lately, and we got that gig coming up. We're also going, like I said, we're going to be traveling up in Colorado in August, and then Carrie and I will be going solo, continuing on from there. I'm playing 2 songwriter festivals in early September and mid-September. I'm playing one at the Yellowstone Songwriter Festival in Cody. I believe it's in Cody, Wyoming. I could be wrong about that, but I know it's in Cody, Wyoming. It's called the Yellowstone Songwriter Festival. My geography is really bad, and then on that part of the country. And then after that, we're going to be heading up to Whitefish, Montana, and I'll be playing the Whitefish Songwriter Festival. And then we're heading back over to Germany at the end of October with the band. We'll be over there maybe for a week, maybe for 2 weeks. We're not sure yet. We're still booking the dates, but until then, we'll be here in Central Texas, in this particular area, the Austin area. And so yeah, if y'all are around and want to come check out a show, visit my website, AnthonyGarciaMusic.com, and all my dates are totally up to date on there. And it's completely flawless between my Google Calendar and the evil Google Calendar and my website. And it's so beautiful. The Google Calendar is just so nice to look at. It's like the fluorescent lights of calendars. It's like the dentist office lighting up calendars. It's the most ugly calendar, but the thing is, it syncs directly from my phone, and I don't have to worry about any of this other like updating on a platform and going to another platform. It's just seamless, and that's what I need to keep it up to date. So it's up to date. So if you want to go there and check it out, and if y'all are in the Hill Country this weekend, tomorrow night I'll be playing in Fredericksburg at a place called Club at Barron's Creekside, and on Sunday I'll be playing at Texas Heritage Vineyards, which is in Fredericksburg, and I'll also be playing that night at Hondo's, which is awesome. I love playing at Hondo's. They'll be Sunday night from 6 to 8, and coffee and kuchen. Yeah, coffee and cake. Yeah. So I guess we should do maybe. Glad you're still here because I'm very late. Great trips planned. Yes, Texas Sheep Lady. I really appreciate y'all being here and hanging out. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it, man. I'm wondering if we should do one more hat giveaway and then kind of maybe take any questions anybody has and then do one last song.
Do you want to do a third hat giveaway?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, I've got a bit of Willie Nelson trivia pulled up.
All right.
Because I know you love Willie. So should I do a hard one? And if nobody gets it, then do an easier one?
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Sounds like that's a good idea.
So here's a bit of trivia about Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson wrote the song On the Road Again on what? What did he write it on? Like physically wrote it on something. What was it?
I don't know the answer to this, but that's okay. I don't know if that's right. On a plane.
We're gonna go. So we're going to go with Clayton Middleton as the winner on a plane because it's technically right. But the answer is barf bag. He was on an airplane. He was on an airplane during a flight to Hollywood. The producers of the movie Honeysuckle Rose approached Willie Nelson about writing a song for the movie in which he played a country singer juggling his music career with his responsibilities to his wife and son. About 45 minutes later, Nelson had finished the lyrics on one of the airline's barf bags. There you go. So Clayton, go to AnthonyGarciaMusic.com and send Anthony a message with your address, and we will mail you the hat. There you go.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
And I also wanted to say that, we are going to be doing more merch. I'm going to be doing more merch. So if y'all are interested in getting one of these hats, let me show them again. You can just, I'm going to be selling these for $20, and you can Venmo me at my aunt. It's Anthony Music without the A. So it's maybe Carrie will put it on the screen. And if y'all want to even pre-order tonight, you can do that. You can send me $20 via Venmo. There's probably some shipping involved. I'm not sure, but this is the trucker hat, which may or may not be your style. That's okay. And then this other hat. We got this other style hat that is in navy blue. It's really nice. You can look like some sort of a military veteran if you wanted to. And yeah, those are the only ones. So my handle again is Anthony Music without the A, so it's at NTHONY Music. There it is on the screen. If y'all wanted to pre-order via Venmo, let's just say tonight they're $20, and we can just do that. And I'm also going to be doing a pre-order for them, a bigger pre-order this coming week. So I'll be reminding y'all about that. And I don't know. I think I saw a question, but maybe not. And if there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And have you done Pancho Villa Rides Again? I have not done that song. And I will. I can do that. I appreciate you asking that. Let me see if anybody else. I'll put that in my bonnet. I'll put that in my little Texas hat bonnet that I just showed you. Under the star, it says my at. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but kind of blurry. But it says Anthony Music under it. I might just do a couple of songs. If that's all right with you. Then I'm going to do this song Pancho Villa Rides Again, and then I'll play one final song. I'll play them back to back, so we can let everybody get on with their Friday night. I'm going to play this song here. This is a song I wrote a little over a year ago, and it's about a common. I've learned it's a common story. But during the Mexican Revolution, just like many revolutions, you have the hero that comes along and he takes away from the rich and gives to the poor in a very violent way, and people end up suffering regardless of how much money they have, or who's on which side. And that was the case, of course, in the Mexican Revolution. And you had Pancho Villa, who was one of the revolutionaries. He was in the north, and Emiliano Zapata was in the south. And Pancho Villa went up to the hacienda owners and demanded their land and their money, and that they forfeit everything to him, so he could pay for his murderous rampage. One of those hacienda owners happened to be my great grandfather, and my great grandfather said no way, and he fought to the death. Before he did, he gave my grandfather, who was a boy at the time, gave him a horse and told him to run, told him to go. And then my grandfather, as a kid, came over to Texas, and he was sick from drinking the water from the Rio Grande and had all kinds of problems, and got to Bay City, Texas, where my father was born, and that's where the story goes. And so this is a song that is about that, and it's about the history of that. And as I've played it for people, some people have told me that happened in their family, and I didn't realize how common of a story it was. But here we go. This is a song I wrote, and it's called Pancho Villa Rides Again. Villa rides again. It sends a message through the land. There's a hero on the frontier. There's revolution in the air. When Pancho Villa rides again, the 7 trumpets blaze. The 7 seals are broken, and he brings the 7 plagues. His eyes that burn like fire, and his mouth is like a sword. The sun turned black as midnight, and the sky felt like a scroll. When Pancho Villa rides again, the moon it turns blood red. He who has ears, let him hear. And Pancho Villa rides again. When Pancho Villa rides again, his 4 horsemen at our gate. I can see it in my father's eyes, and I knew it was too late to warn the maids and ranch hands, the women and old men. He'd come to kill and steal from the rich, but he robbed the poor instead. When Pancho Villa rides again, my father grabbed me by the arm. He said, take this horse and run away. His voice was like a storm, and I rode hard through the hills. I thought the thorns would be my grave. I was the only son, 12 years old, the only one who got away. And they burned it to the ground, and it was a killing floor. And on the wind I heard my mother cry like I never heard before. Now I'm older and I'm gray, and I'm a man of 40 years. I got an only son now of my own. I smile at him through my tears. And every night I lie awake in the darkness and I pray for God to bless the souls that Pancho Villa killed that day. But there's no need for revolution, it only feeds the flame. The hands of time will always tell that both sides are to blame. But Pancho Villa rides again, through our towns and through our streets, and through our schools and through our government, and through our thoughts and in our dreams. And he says he fights for justice through love and charity, but he's doling out the party line to make a slave of you and me. So take this as a warning, be slow to seek revenge, cause it's the hounds of hell on the serpent's tail. Pancho Villa rise again. As Pancho Villa rides again. Thank y'all very much. I'm glad you liked it. I'm gonna do one last song. I usually end my shows with this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right now. And it's Malaguena. It's okay with y'all. Thank y'all so much for for being here. I'm really impressed that really anybody came. So thank y'all so much. It's been such a nice. This is the best stream I've ever done. I mean, that I feel good about, because the other ones during COVID and all that were so, like I said before, they were so sterile and they weren't very, it's hard to play with just your headphones on and there's no sound coming at you from a speaker. So this is a little nicer. It's much nicer. And it's also nice to be doing it from this room that is now a nice place to hang out and create music. That was once a washroom. And so anyways, I'm going to play all this one last song. And thank you very much, Eric. Hope you have a good time in Maui. Thank you for being here today. Robert Lowry.
Qué bonitos ojos tienes debajo de esas dos cejas, debajo de esas dos cejas, qué bonitos ojos tienes. Ellos me quieren mirar, pero si tú no los dejas, pero si tú no los dejas ni siquiera parpadear. Malagueña, sale rosa. Besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera. Malagueña, sale rosa. Y decirte, niña hermosa, eres linda y hechicera, eres linda y hechicera como el candor de una rosa. La, 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 la. Si por pobre me desprecias, yo te concedo razón, yo te concedo razón. Si por pobre me desprecias, no te ofrezco riquezas, te ofrezco mi corazón, te ofrezco mi corazón a cambio de mis pobrezas. Sale rosa. Besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera. Malagueña, sale rosa. Y decirte, niña hermosa, rosa.
Thank you everyone again for listening, and thank you for hanging out and spending your Friday night here. It's been a lot of fun, and thank y'all, and thank y'all for supporting this channel. Thank y'all for supporting the program channel as well, and for coming out to my shows. So there's a nice mix of people here tonight, and thank y'all for coming out to shows. I know there's some folks here in the chat. I know Larry and Donna are out there, and there's some other folks here that are local that come here and play too. So thank y'all, and yeah, we'll keep you posted on what we're doing. And thank you. Thanks to Carrie for running everything behind the scenes. Carrie, do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye. And thank you to everyone, Donna and Davina and Robert and everyone that helped us figure out the sound. This is the first time trying to figure out a show that has you talking and music. So we appreciate the help. We'll figure it out better for next time.
for sure. Thank y'all.